Alright team, so today, this is a big one. I'm in Alicante, Spain, and for the first time ever, I'm going to be riding an Indian motorcycle. Now it's not just any Indian motorcycle, it's the all new Chief Vintage, which feels like a great one to start with because it's basically Indians' take on what a proper 1940s American cruiser should look like in the present day. It's got all the classic styling you could want out of a bike like this. We've got big fenders, we've got spoked wheels, we've got that iconic classic silhouette, and as you can see, it's just beautiful. Oh, watch the helmet! But underneath it is that Thunderstroke, you know, air-cooled, push rod engine, and it's got a lot of the modernity that you would want from a newer bike, such as like the ABS and the cruise control and the riding mode. So it's not living in the past. But I think I should probably get on this bike before I get blown away and see what it's all about. Here we have the Indian Chief Vintage, and price-wise it starts at £18,955 in the UK for black metallic, and for Indian Motorcycle Red it will cost you an extra £500, placing it at £19,455. Power comes from Indian's air-cooled Thunderstroke 116 V-twin, and Indian lists its peak torque at 156 Nm, coming in as early as 3,300 RPM. Suspension is classic cruiser stuff, 132mm of travel up front from the telescopic forks, and 75mm at the rear from the twin shocks. Braking is a single 298mm front disc with a 4-piston caliper and a single 298mm rear disc with a 2-piston caliper. ABS comes as standard. Tech-wise, you get the 4-inch Ride Command display, which is a round touchscreen, plus 3 ride modes: Tour, Standard and Sport. And you've got cruise control and keyless ignition as standard with this bike. Then the simple numbers: fuel capacity is 15.1 litres, wet weight is 227 kilograms, and the seat height is a super low 686mm, which for me at 5'4" or 162 centimetres, with a 29-inch inseam or 73.66 centimetre inseam, this is what it's like for me to sit on it. Although the heeled riding shoes do give me an extra little boost. Right, let's ride and see what we think.
Oh, okay. Look at this. Well, guys, I am out here, and I normally say I'm back on a something, but I can't say I'm back on an Indian because I've never been on one before. What a treat. Now, ideally, it could be a little less blustery. That would be quite nice, but beggars can't be choosers. So we'll see what the clearance of this bike is like when we get up into the twisty mountains a little bit. But for now, so far, so good. The riding position is absolutely delicious. Really like it. So I'm finding that I'm sat quite upright. And then when I look at like the lady in front, she looks a bit more sporty than I do. But I think it's because I'm just such a small creature, I tend to gravitate to sitting right at the front of the seat. And that's usually not where the best padding is at all, but it's usually where I sit so my arms can reach the bars comfortably. So I guess if I was to scooch back and sit in the seat as designed, which I'm going to have to actually think about when I do the photo shoots or the tracking and stuff like that. Yeah, I am maybe a little length forward, but not everybody has little golem arms like me. So yeah, I'm sure if you're just a normal sized human, you'll find this amazing. I'm finding it comfy sat where I'm sat, which is pretty much just right there on the seat. Ooh, I'm excited to get on the twisties. So the amount of torque that this machine produces is absolutely preposterous. So it's a 116 cubic inch, which if you're not American, that's an 1890cc. Oh, whoa. And funnily enough, like, Indian don't quote a horsepower figure with this bike. And that's crazy to me, because whenever I'm doing my research, that's one of the first things I look at, like what power are we working with? And it's actually quite hard to find that figure now. You know, the engineers here expect it to be around the 80 to 84 brake horsepower realms, but I think maybe they leave that figure out because this bike is not about that. It's not about power. It's about the arm-wrenching torque, the violently propelling torque, which there's a lot of it. So I've currently got it in sport mode for these twisties, and the throttle is very keen in sport mode. So in the presentation the guy was like, yeah, we've got a sport mode and it's almost like a racing throttle, and I was like, yeah, sure thing. Whew, crikey, when you're in the low gears and you crack that throttle open, you better be ready. Put a seatbelt on, because it propels you forward. It's all I can describe it as. Wow, it's windy. Just a violent launch. Sorry, before I got distracted, the wind is quite wild. Going back to riding position, yeah, so we've covered what it's like for me to kind of sit on it, what the reach is like. It's very nice. We've got footboards, and the footboards are strange. I'm not used to riding with footboards, if I'm honest, but it's quite a nice experience. I'll always embrace anything when I'm riding a motorcycle. Let's drop it to second. No quick shifters and blippers here. But for a long girl, it handles alright. It really, really does. Now, I was having a bit of a muck around before, seeing how fast I could accelerate, and then everybody decided to stop in front of me. So I went to pull the brake in, and the rear brake for me is so high. Like, I was going for it, and I was like, I don't know where this is, so I just fully reliant on that front brake. And it's a single disc, and it's a lot of bike to stop. Yeah, definitely would say if you want the most efficient stopping power on this bike, utilise them both, baby, because like I said, she's a hefty girl. She's weighty. We don't fat shame around here though. She's thick and she knows it. Oh, these bends, these drops, this craziness. But so far the clearance is actually surprising me. The clearance is surprising me. I'm not scraped. I thought there'd be like no clearance. There's quite clearly clearance because we're going around bends, alright. So this bike has rear cylinder deactivation. So when you are riding through towns and going slow, it's just designed to make the ride a bit easier. Speed bumps. Oh, okay. Not bad, not bad. Just rolled over it. Ass came out the seat a little bit. Oh, it's fine then. I hit it a bit slower. Bum was firmly in place. I love the colours in Spain. So beautiful. Oh, it's windy through the towns. Sehr findig, ja. All the rocks on the road. This is wild. Wang it around, wang it around, wang it round. Wait, now we're scraping. I only overtook on the bend because I could very much see that it was clear. Oh yes, now we're dancing, now we're dancing. This bad boy's legs a little, alright. Yes. And the boards are actually quite pleasant to scrape because it's like a big surface area that just goes, which honestly feels quite nice. I tell you what, I should probably change gear, but I'm really enjoying the torque of this bike. So it's quite tight, not take the mickey. Oh yeah, very tight. Yeah boy. Yes, look at that, in the lines as well. She's a big girl. She's a big bloody girl. Not as big as what Luke's on in front, but I heard him scraping there. I don't particularly want to scrape. He's madder than me. But it's all good because we can stretch our little legs now, yes! Oh, I like this bike a lot. I'm in my element. I'm in my absolute element now. This is fantastic. Yes. Oh yes, baby. This is so fun. So fun. I've got my foot up ready on that rear brake. Look how high it is. Oh yeah, this is lovely. This is lovely. Oh, the vintage. The Chief vintage is vintaging. Oh, the sound, the roar. Do the roar. Rah! Yeah. Oh, I love that. I loved it. That was fun. That was fun. Scraping the buds, baby. Love it. Oh, that was fun. Hey, mechanic. Woohoo! Alright, so we're back. Back in the zone, back on the road. So I put it in a dash, an unknown screen, so everything feels a bit alien what I'm looking at. And with my fat fingers, I'm trying to put it back to the beginning, to normal setting, and I just don't know how to do it, so it looks like we've got this dash on for a while. but third gear, the pull from third gear is just so deep. So deep. Oh, it takes a bends real nice. It really, really does. And you do have more clearance than you do anticipate at first. There we go. Whew. I much prefer that. Much prefer it. Ooh, so we did a fake shift then, and that was beautiful. We got a bit of scraping going on. That's fine. Again, we can handle a little bit of touchdown. I don't want to be scraping to that degree. That's kind of scary scraping. Not for me. I ride a little bit chill if it means not risking crashing. Because I just don't want to be that girl, you know? I just don't want to be that girl. Oh no. Oh, it's tight, it's tight. Third gear! What the hell? Third gear, come through. Pull through. Just lapping it all up. Oh, scary, scary Mary. But like I say, it feels a bit less minging scraping footboards and pegs because it's a larger surface area to grind. Honestly, this thing has got that much torque. I don't particularly think I've got it out of second gear for most of this ride. Having said that though, that's just how I naturally ride on launches, because someone commented recently on one of my launches like, oh my god, you ride it in second gear everywhere. I'm trying to keep up with bloody fast journalists. I'd have a job if I was just like dawdling along in fourth gear without maximum, you know, torque. But with this thing, no, it does just flow in second gear. Oh, quite nice. Oh, scrapey, scrapey, scrapey McGee. You're gonna use it all. Cheetah. All the Canary scrapes, it's ace. Oh yeah, this is mint. This is mint. This is what life is all about. The exhaust note, the burble, the grumble. Ooh. Sounds pretty tasty. I do feel like I've got my own private tour with these two lead riders. Not complaining. Oh, I can see these doing very well for Indian. Oh, look at this road. survived the wind of Alicante. Guys, it's crazy here. As you can see, I feel like I'm going to take off like a bird with my hair because it's just mental. But let's not let that distract us from the mighty Indian Chief Vintage that I've ridden today. It's been epic. I've actually really enjoyed it. I kind of didn't have many expectations because I haven't ridden many cruisers. I suppose actually one of the expectations I did have was that it'd be like really low to the floor because like this seat and you just feel every single bump. But this is actually far from that experience. It's really plush. You actually feel quite you know, tall up off the ground, given that it's got a really low seat height. And it's got all the mod cons that you could possibly want. The ride really surprised me. It was just so engaging. It was sprightly. When I got to a position where I could really rev it and, you know, make it giddy up, it came into its own. And honestly, there's a bit of scrapage that goes on, but that happens when you have cruisers and footboards. Everything is kind of low clearance, but not as bad as I thought it was. I didn't scrape them half as much as I thought, and we were going around the corners, so that really impressed me. But just the thing that I really enjoyed was just the ride generally. It was just brilliant. It was comfy, it was engaging, the sound is really nice. And to me, riding this with all that torque available just at your right hand is what motorcycling's all about. Now, I was going through a few niggles with the bike that I had in my head, and there is actually quite a few, and I'm going to put my pros and my cons on the screen now so you can digest them at your leisure. And even though there was a fair few niggles, the whole riding experience just kind of overrode them all. And some of those niggles you expect from this kind of bike anyway. It's just part and parcel of what it is as a bike. But yeah, I've really enjoyed today. Morning was a bit challenging with the wind. We settled into it. We got to flow around some of the beautiful roads, as hopefully you'll see now. And yeah, it's just been a wicked day. So if you've got any questions about the Chief Vintage, please do let me know in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them. And for now, I think I'm going to go inside and hopefully get a cup of tea if I can find one, because it's been a lot. All right, team, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.